Yeah. So before going to automation testing, what do you mean by manual testing, madam? Yes. Yeah, there are two ways of testing. One is manual testing, other one is automation testing. Manual testing means everything we will do manually with our efforts. With human efforts, we will do everything we will do with our efforts. So that's why that is called manual testing. So manually we are doing, that's why that is called manual testing. This is a mass definition. If you want class definition, manual testing also one of the type of testing in which all the phases of software testing life cycle like test planning, test development, test execution, result analysis, bug tracking and reporting are accomplished successfully with our efforts. With human efforts we are doing. That's why that is called manual testing. Already manual testing existed in the market. Why automation came into market? Yes. Yes, in automation, in manual testing, we have some drawbacks. That's the reason automation came into market. Already manual testing existed in the market. Why automation came into market? That means in manual testing, we have some drawbacks. What are the main drawbacks in manual testing? First drawback, more number of people required. More number of people required. And time consuming. It will take more time. Whenever you are comparing with the automation, it will take more time consuming. No accuracy. That means less accuracy. Tiredness, manually we are doing tiredness, and we cannot repeat the task again and again. Hmm. We can't repeat the task again and again, and simultaneous actions not possible. And it is a bore process. Manual testing is a bore process. It is not a consistent process. There is nothing to learn new things. There is nothing to learn new things. So less accuracy, tiredness, so more number of people required, time consuming. These are the main drawbacks in manual testing. These are the main drawbacks in manual testing. But wherever you go, you should start your career with manual testing only. In India, 80% of people they are depending upon manual process. But if it is outside India, 90% of people still they are depending upon manual process. So in manual testing, we have many drawbacks. But still, why they are depending upon manual process? So if you want to know that point, so first of all, we should know what is automation testing. What is automation testing? Automation also one of the type of testing in which all the drawbacks in manual testing are addressed properly and provide speed and accuracy to the existing testing process. Automation also one of the type of testing in which all the drawbacks in manual testing are addressed properly and provide speed and accuracy to the existing testing process. But wherever you go, still 80 to 90% of people still they are depending upon manual process. Still manual testing we have many drawbacks, but still why they are depending upon manual process. In automation also we have some drawbacks. What are the main drawbacks in automation? First point, professionals required. First point, professionals required. Second point, tools are very expensive. We can't automate all the areas using tools also. We can't automate all the areas, all the areas using tools also. This is the main drawback. That is the reason most of the people still they are depending upon manual process. We can't automate all the areas using tools also. This is the main drawback. That is the reason most of the people, most of the companies still they are depending upon manual process. But you should remember only one thing. Automation is not a replacement of manual testing. This is the continuation part of manual testing. Automation is not a replacement of manual testing. This is the continuation part of manual testing. If it is any project anywhere in the world, compulsory we should do manually only. So after getting the stability, we can implement automation testing. Whenever you are facing the interview, that time they may ask you like, madam, you are saying manual is a basic process, automation is an advanced process, you are saying. When can you implement automation testing? Whenever the application is stable condition, then only we can implement automation testing. All right. So next, automation introduction. Yeah, automation tool is nothing but it is an assistant of test engineer. Yeah, automation tool is nothing but it is an assistant of test engineer. Yeah, automation tool is nothing but it is an assistant of test engineer. If you want to work with any automation tool or any your particular personal assistant, compulsory you should know five basic things. You should know five basic things. If you want to work with your assistant or automation tool, compulsory we should know five basic things. For example, I have an assistant, he is from Orissa. So I know Telugu, he don't know Telugu. I know Hindi, he don't know Hindi. I know English, he don't know English. He knows only Oriya. First of all, I should learn Oriya. Then only I can give the instructions and information. Without giving the instructions and information, he will not do anything. Simply he will sit. So if you want to work with any assistant or any automation tool, first of all, we should know five basic things. First point, how to give the instructions. Second point, instructions. Second point, how to give the information. Third point, how to use its recording facility. How to use its playback facility. How to analyzing the results. If you know these things, you can work with any automation tool. If you want to work with any automation tool, first of all, we should know five basic things. How to give the instructions. First of all, we should give the instruction. Then only you will do work. Otherwise, simply will sit. So we should give the information. If it is tool, compulsory we have recording facility. So how to use its recording facility. Fourth one, how to use this playback facility. After recording, how to playback it, and how to analyzing the results. If you know these things, you can work with any automation tool. For example, my assistant is Selenium. My assistant is Selenium. I know Telugu, Selenium don't know Telugu. I know Hindi, Selenium don't know Hindi. I know English, Selenium don't know English. Selenium knows Java, Perl, Python, C Sharp, Ruby. So first of all, we should learn any of the scripting language. Then only we can give instructions and information, and we can work with the Selenium. So first of all, we should learn any of the scripting language. So wherever you go, worldwide people they are using Java with the Selenium. So first of all, we should learn Java. Not entire Java, madam. Just basics of Java. Just like it is a just like 0.0001% Java only we should learn. The only core Java concepts, only small concepts, only core Java concepts we should learn. Okay. So next, type of tools in the market. Type of tools. Type of tools in the market. In market we have different type of tools. First one is functional tools. Functional tools means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality, then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. The type of testing is known as functional testing. We have different type of tools in the market. First one, WinRunner. This is out of date. None of the people not using right now. This is not very user friendly. That's the reason none of the people not using WinRunner right now. After that, they made RFT, Rational Functional Tool, IBM tool. This is developed by IBM people. So, Rational Functional Tool also none of the people not using nowadays. After that, they introduced QTP, Quick Test Professional. So, after that, Selenium, RR functional tools, RR functional tools. What are the main differences between QTP and Selenium? First of all, we should know. So, why most of the people nowadays they are choosing QTP or Selenium? Why they are choosing? So what are the main differences between QTP and Selenium? QTP is a functional tool and Selenium also functional tool. QTP developed by Mercury people in 1994. Selenium introduced by Jason Huggins in 2004. Using QTP, we can work with normal window-based applications as well as web applications. Selenium only for web applications. So QTP is a commercial tool. If you want QTP license, compulsory we should pay nearly 3 to 5 lakhs rupees. Selenium is a open source tool. If you have internet connection, we can download and we can use. In QTP, we can use VB scripting language. Here we can use multi-scripting languages like Java, Perl, Python, C Sharp and Ruby. Any of the scripting language we should use. So using QTP, we can work with IE browser very comfortably. So Selenium, we can work with multi-browsers. So in QTP, main feature, very advantage in QTP, that is recording and playback facility. Recording and playback facility. Mainly in Selenium WebDriver we don't have. Mainly I'm talking about Selenium WebDriver. I'm mentioning here Selenium WebDriver we don't have. Mainly Selenium WebDriver we don't have, and recording and playback facility. Okay, these are the main differences between QTP and Selenium. So main drawback is in QTP, it is a commercial tool. If you want QTP license, we need to pay 3 to 5 lakhs rupees. But Selenium is an open source tool. If you have internet connection, directly simply we can download and we can use. So that's the reason most of the people nowadays they are choosing, they are encouraging only Selenium. Actually, Selenium introduced in 2004. But it came into market 2012. After 8 years journey, it came to market. That is Selenium history. So compulsory it will be nearly 20 years will be there in the market. Max minimum it will be in 20 years in the market. Why? Because actually QTP introduced by Mercury people 1994 to 2012. One tool in the market, that is QTP history. Nearly 18 years in the market, that is QTP history. If it is one commercial tool, it will be in 18 years. It is a open source tool. Compulsory it will be in minimum 18 to 20 years. So after 20 years, so we can't say what will happen. Okay, right. Next, Selenium introduction. What is Selenium? What is Selenium? Selenium is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs. Selenium is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs. Selenium having four components. Selenium having four components. One is Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. Selenium having four components: Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Selenium having four components: Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. What is IDE? We will discuss now. IDE means it is a integrated development environment. IDE is nothing but it is a integrated development environment. Integrated development environment. What is Selenium IDE? Selenium IDE is nothing but it is a software, same definition, same Selenium definition. Selenium IDE is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs, which contains some set of programs. These set of programs we need to configure into one user interface. Why? Because these are the programs. Directly we can't interact with these programs. So compulsory we need to have one user interface. In the place of user interface, we are using IDE only. No need to install somewhere. That means Selenium IDE is a user interface. No need to install somewhere. Selenium IDE is a user interface. No need to install somewhere. So whenever you want to work with the Selenium IDE, we can work with only Firefox browser only, and using Selenium IDE, we can perform very limited testing. That's the reason none of the people not using Selenium IDE nowadays. I will show you with the proof, madam. So using Selenium IDE, we can perform very limited testing, as well as Selenium IDE work with only Firefox browser. That's the reason none of the people not using Selenium IDE nowadays. It is deprecated. It is deprecated. After that, they made Selenium RC. Each and every component I will show you very clear manner. So rough discussion, rough introduction about Selenium. So next, Selenium RC. RC means remote control. RC means remote control. Remote control. What is Selenium RC? Selenium RC is nothing but same. Selenium RC is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs. This set of programs we need to configure into one user interface. We need to configure into one user interface. Selenium IDE is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs. This set of programs we need to configure into one user interface. We need one user interface. In the place of user interface, we are using Eclipse. Eclipse is nothing but it is a powerful editor to write the Java programs. If we want to write the Java programs, always we will use Eclipse. Even developers also, they will use Eclipse only. Eclipse is nothing but it is a powerful editor to write the Java programs. Next, here you should remember, whenever you want to work with Selenium RC, so we need to start the server manually and we need to stop the server manually. That means using Selenium RC also we can perform very limited testing. That's the reason none of the people not using Selenium RC also. Selenium RC and Selenium ID both are deprecated. Both are deprecated. Selenium ID and Selenium RC both are deprecated. So after that they made Selenium WebDriver. After that they made Selenium WebDriver. What is Selenium WebDriver? Same definition. Selenium WebDriver is nothing but it is a software which contains some set of programs. This set of programs we need to configure into one user interface. In the place of user interface, we are using Eclipse only. So both setups same answer? Yes, both setups same. But whenever you are comparing with the Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver having some powerful set of programs. Using Selenium WebDriver, we can perform unlimited testing. And Selenium WebDriver is very, very user friendly. That's the reason most of the people, most of the companies nowadays, they are encouraging only Selenium WebDriver only. We will keep main focus only on Selenium WebDriver only. We will keep main focus on Selenium WebDriver only. Selenium is nothing but it is a Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver is nothing but it is a Selenium. We will keep main focus on Selenium WebDriver. I will teach you all the components, but we will keep main focus only on Selenium WebDriver. Next, Selenium Grid. Why? Because we are using Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver is very, very user friendly. Using Selenium WebDriver, we can perform unlimited testing. That's the reason most of the people, most of the companies nowadays, they are encouraging only Selenium WebDriver only. After that, they made Selenium RC, sorry, Selenium Grid. What is Selenium Grid? Selenium Grid is nothing but it is a software which contains some Java programs. Using these programs, we can run the test parallelly on multiple missions. At a time, we can run this test parallelly on multiple missions. We can run the single test or multiple tests. We can run the parallelly on multiple missions. If it is single test or multiple tests, we can run parallelly on multiple missions. What is the use? We can increase the performance of the execution. We can increase the performance of the execution. Some of the companies are using Selenium Grid also. These are the Selenium components. So we will learn all components, but we will keep main focus only on Selenium WebDriver. Okay, I will show you all components. Right. So before going to Selenium, first of all, we should know Java. So today we will discuss about Java. So do you know Java, madam? Some. Okay, great, madam. So Java. So first of all, we need to install Java. first of all we need to, today I will give you software, tomorrow onwards our practice sessions will be start. So that's the reason I will give you software today only. Java software, it will support all operating system. It will take only 2 minutes. While installing Java, internet connection required. It will take only 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes we can install Java. Next, Eclipse. Next, Eclipse. So each and every time we should run. There is no installation for Eclipse. Each and every time we should run. There is no installation for Eclipse. Okay. So first of all we should install Java. So after installing Java we can get file. So just go to my computer, see program files. We can get Java folder. So if you have Java folder, automatically that means Java is installed. And next, Eclipse. Each and every time we should run. There is no installation for Eclipse. All right. Next. So before going to Java, I will show you now. So before going to Java, you should know one basic concept, that is primitive data types. First small concept is primitive data types. In Java, we have 8 primitive data types. First one is byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. In Java, we have 8 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. These are the 8 primitive data types. Whenever you are working with Java regularly, we will use these primitive data types. These data types. First 4 data types are used for store the integer values like number of hands, number of legs, number of states, number of countries, number of buses, number of cars, number of fans, number of lights, number of doors, number of rooms. So if you want to store any number, that time we will use this first 4 data types. If you want to store any numerical data types, numerical value like integer value, that time we will use this 4 data types. So why we need 4 data types? So each and every one having one range. So first, oh, we lost the information. Wait. We have 8 primitive data types. One is byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean. Yeah. First 4 data types are used for store the integer values. If you want to store only integer values, numerical value, that time we will use these 4 data types. Byte is 8-bit, short is 16-bit, integer 32-bit, long is 64-bit. So byte range is minus 2 power of 7 to 2 power of 7 minus 1. Byte range is minus 2 power of 7 to 2 power of 7 minus 1. That means minus 128 to minus 128 to plus 127. In between values we can store in byte. Minus 128 to plus 127. In between values we can store in byte. Short is 16-bit. This range like minus 2 power of 15 to 2 power of 15 minus 1. And into 32-bit. This range like minus 2 power of 32, 2 power of 31 to 2 power of 31 minus 1. this range like minus 2 power of 63 to 2 power of 63 minus 1. And float and double are used for store the decimal values. If you want to store any decimal value, my height is 5.7, so that is the decimal value. 0.002, so that is the decimal value. If you want to store any decimal value, we will use float and double. Float is 32 bit, double is 64 bit. Boolean is used for store the true or false. If you want to store true or false, we will use Boolean. True or false. If you want to store true or false, we will use Boolean. Char is used for store the single character. If you want to store single character, we will use char. Char is used for store the single character. These are the data types in Java, primitive data types. So basic knowledge. So now we can able to work with Java. So first of all, already Java installed, go to Eclipse. So this is the Eclipse ball. You can get it. Double click on it. Double click on it. So after double click, so it will ask you where exactly you want this program. So it will ask you location. It will ask you location. Just mention location. Click OK. So it will take 1 minute. Within 1 minute we can run Eclipse. Each and every time we should run, madam. So this is the welcome window. Close that window. So this is Eclipse. So first of all, we should know how to create project, how to create package, how to create class. We should know how to create project, how to create package, how to create class. So first of all, we will create one project. We will create one project. First of all, we will create one project. After creating project, we can get two folders. One is SRC, second one is JRE. SRC means source code, JRE means Java runtime environment. There are two folders. One is SRC, second one is JRE. JRE means Java runtime environment. After creating project, we can get SRC and JRE. Right click on SRC, we can take the package. Right click on SRC, we can take the package. Right click on package, we can take the class. We can take the class. So this is the order, or otherwise directly right click on SRC, directly we can take the class also. So whenever you are doing like this, so it will take under default package. It will take under default package. It will take under default package, right? Using this information, we can create the project, package as well as class. First, how to create the project? Right click on Project Explorer. This is the Project Explorer, madam. This white area is called Project Explorer. This white area is called Project Explorer. This is the save button. Save. This is the run button. After writing the code compulsory, we should save and we should run. Okay. Right. First, how to create project? Right click on Project Explorer. Go to New Project I'm creating Java project. Click on next. I'm giving project name is Hyderabad. Click on finish. First we should create one project. Right. After creating a project, we can get to two folders. One is SRC, second one is JRE. Right click on SRC. Direct I'm taking new class. Class name is it will take under default package. I'm taking class name is X. Keep the mark public static void main. This is the main purpose, main method purpose we are keeping the mark. Why we are keeping the mark, I will explain you later. So just keep the mark public static void main string ags. Click on finish. I have taken one class. It will take under default package. See madam, here it is taking under default package. So this is the after under class whatever we wrote, that is the declaration part. This is the main method. Whenever you are keeping the method, that time it will, this line will come. Public static void main string outs. So if you want write anything, SYSO control space. This is the shortcut. SYSO control space. Hi madam. SYSO control space. After a long time. How you madam? Next SYSO control space. Bye madam. Like we can write. After writing the code, save, click on run. It will print hi madam after long time. How you madam? Bye madam. So right. If you want to comment single line, we will use double slash. If you want multi-line comment, slash star, and I want to comment only two lines, star slash. It will start with slash and end with the slash. Just you should remember. This is a multi-line comment. Save, click on run. Only we can get boy made. So shortcut is SYS for control space. SYS for control space. So this is introduction class of Java and Selenium. So tomorrow we will write the first program. Before that, compulsory you should have the software in your lab. So compulsory you should install. So tomorrow onwards practice session is going to start, madam. So everyday practice is required. So if it is any other tool, so there is no need of practice. But if it is Selenium with the Java, compulsory we should do practice. Then only we can get it. Otherwise you can't. If you if you do daily practice, you can play with Java. Otherwise Java can play with you if it is Java or Selenium. So both are just like it's a game. Okay, it's compulsory we should do practice, then only we can get it. Otherwise it can't. Okay, so compulsory practice required ma. So this is the introduction class. Stop.